Hi, this is Matt with AppliancePartsPros.com. Today we'll be showing you how to repair your appliance. Remember, anytime you work on an appliance, make sure it's unplugged or the circuit breakers are off so there's no chance of electrocution. Also make sure you turn off the dishwasher's water supply underneath the sink. In this video we're going to show you how to change out the Whirlpool Dishwasher Diverter Motor. It's going to be a very easy repair and should only take a few minutes to show you how to do it. If you already have one of these, great. If not, you can click on the link below or get it at AppliancePartsPros.com. When you open up the package, you're going to get the instructions, the grease, the diverter, and the diverter motor. The diverter motor controls the water going to the spray arms. The main reason to be changing it out is if the motor has gone bad and the spray arms aren't getting water and your dishes aren't getting clean. In order to get to the part, we have to pull the dishwasher out of the cabinets. First thing we're going to do is go underneath the sink and disconnect the lines. Now that we're underneath the cabinets, you want to make sure that the dishwasher is still unplugged, and you may want to throw a towel down. When we take off the fill line and the drain hose, there's going to be some water that comes out. First, we're going to disconnect the fill line. It's connected right here to the hot water valve. You want to make sure the water valve is off, and then we're going to use our 5/8" wrench to loosen up the hose. Once you have it broke free, you can just reach in and unscrew it by hand. Once you have it off, you can just set it down, and then we can take off the drain hose. To take the drain hose off, you just want to follow it up to wherever it goes. It may go to the garbage disposal. Ours goes up to the air gap. Once you locate the end of it, we're going to take a 5/16" nut driver and loosen up the clamp. Once you have the clamp loose, you can pull it free and set it down. Now that we have the lines disconnected, we're going to open up the dishwasher door and take the lower rack out. To get the rack out, all you have to do is pull it out and lift it off the door. Once you have it out, you can set it aside. Now that we have the lower dish rack out of the way, we can reach in and take the spray arm out. All you have to do is grab this nut and turn it 90 degrees so it unlocks. Once you have it unlocked, we can lift it out and pull it out of the dishwasher. With the spray arm out of the way, we have to reach in and take this base off. There's a locking tab right here that we have to lift up on and then turn it counterclockwise a little bit. And then as you're turning this assembly, there's a couple locking tabs on this water feed hose that we just have to release and then turn the assembly while the hose is coming out. Once you have the hose out, you can turn it the rest of the way and lift it out and set it aside. We can reach in and carefully pull the diverter out. Now that we have the diverter out, we can use a Phillips screwdriver to take out the screws that hold the dishwasher to the countertop. Once you have the screws out, we're going to lift up on the door and carefully use it to pull the dishwasher out of the cabinets. Once you have it started, you can close the door and use the frame to pull it out the rest of the way. We're going to pull it out far enough so we can put a towel down so we can lay it on its back. We're going to lay the towel down to protect the floor and catch any water that may come out. Once you have the towel down, we're going to carefully lay the dishwasher down on its back. Now that we have access to the bottom of the dishwasher, we have access to the diverter motor. There's a couple wiring harnesses that we have to take off. They're just held in by a small locking tab. So you can use a small flathead screwdriver and press on the locking tab while you carefully pull the connector out. On the blue one, we're going to take the wires out of their little holders. And then we can press down the locking tab and pull the wire harness out. Next, we can use the Torx 15 driver to take out the screws that hold the motor to the sump. Once you have both screws out, there's a little locking tab right here that we have to reach behind and press on. And then as you press on it, you can push it out, and then we can pull the motor off the sump. Once you have it clear, you can pull it the rest of the way out. Here's the old diverter motor next to the new one. If you already have one of these, great. If not, you can get it at appliancepartspros.com. Looks like they redesigned the shaft, and if you look at the instructions, it tells you to put some of the grease on the top half of the shaft. So we're going to open up the grease that they give us and put it on the shaft. Once you have the grease open, we're just going to put some all the way around the shaft. Once you have it greased up, we can put the diverter motor into the dishwasher. To put the new diverter motor in, we're just going to lift it up into place and carefully push the shaft up into the sump. You just want to carefully work it back and forth so it goes up into the seal properly and you don't push the seal out. Once you have it in place and the little locking tab locked in, we can grab our Torx 15 driver and put the screws in. Now that we have the screws in, we can reattach the wiring harnesses. We're going to put the blue one on first. It goes here on this end. We're just going to line it up, carefully push it into place so it locks in. Then we're going to route the wires through the holder. If your red wire came out of the wire holder, it goes up here on the pump. So we're just going to route it underneath there. And then we can plug it into the motor. All you have to do is line it up and push on it so it locks into place. Once you have the wires connected, we can put the dishwasher back up on its feet. To put the dishwasher back up on its feet, we're just going to carefully lift it up. The insulation's sliding off. Make sure you grab that at the same time. Now that we have the dishwasher back on its feet, we can pull the towel out and push it back in the cabinet. Now we have to reach underneath and put the line through the cabinets. We want to push the dishwasher in about halfway. Then we can go underneath the sink and pull on the lines to make sure they're not caught on anything. Then we can push the dishwasher in the rest of the way. Now we can reconnect the drain hose to the air gap. Once you have it pushed up into place, we're going to use our 5/16 inch nut driver to tighten down the clamp. Once you have the drain line hooked up, we can hook up the water line. All you have to do is get it started by hand. Once you have it snug, we can reach in with our 5/8 inch wrench to tighten it down so it doesn't leak. Now that we have the lines reconnected underneath the sink, we can open up the dishwasher door. Now that you have the door open, we can put everything back inside. Before we put the diverter on, we're just going to take a towel and wipe up any grease that may have come up onto the shaft. Most of it should have been pushed down when you push the shaft through the seal, but if there's any left, you just want to clean it up real quick. Once you have it cleaned up, we can put the diverter back on. There's a little cutout that you can see. You have to line up with the tab right here on the shaft. So when you set it down, you want to make sure that that's lined up. And if you have to, you can turn it so it lines up and drops into place. Once you have the diverter in, we can put the spray arm mount in. Just going to set it into place, and you may have to push the supply hose out of the way. And you want to line up these 2 points right here. And then get your hose kind of started in here. And then as you turn it, make sure you guide this in here so it locks into place. And you want to make sure you turn it far enough so it locks in. Once you have the base in place, you can put the spray arm back in. Just going to line it up and set it onto the base. Once you have it in place, we're going to turn it clockwise 90 degrees to lock it on. Once you have it on, the spray arm should spin freely. Then we can put the lower dish rack back in. To put the lower rack back in, all you have to do is set it on the door and push it back into place. Once you have it all the way in, we can use the Phillips screwdriver to put the screws in that hold the dishwasher to the countertop. Once you have both screws in, you can close the dishwasher door, plug it back in, turn the water back on, and take it for a spin. Thanks for joining us for another successful repair brought to you by AppliancePartsPros.com. Check out our other repair videos on our site, Facebook, and YouTube.